Hello everyone, and welcome to a video. Yes, a video. I haven't done a video in a very long time. I've been only streaming, but sometimes video can be fun too. And today is actually going to be a very fun video because I was sent some markers. Ooh, to zoom in. Markers by ARRTX. ARRTX? Is that how you pronounce it? They're acrylic markers, and I have 48 colors to my disposal. So today we're going to try these out. I'm going to tell you what I think about them, and we're going to draw something, most importantly. Now, I'm not very much a traditional artist. I've drawn in classes. I've been to art school. I do know how to do it, but I just never do it. I always go to digital, so I think it will be very fun. But one reason why I always like digital so much is because you can have such vibrant colors. And this is supposed to be very vibrant and very fun. So I'm very excited to try these out. I'm gonna set this here because the paper we're gonna be using is this special marker book, which was also sent to me by the lovely people from ARRTX. And it can lay flat and all that. So we're going to swatch all of these, and then I'm gonna get back to you and we're gonna see what we're gonna draw. Hello. Like it said in the box, which by the way is such a pretty box, but it's 48 colors, and we're gonna swatch all of them. These are the pens. Look how pretty they are. I love them. And it tells you exactly how to prepare them. Shake the marker to mix the ink. Press the tip several times and start using the marker once the tip is inked. We can do that. We can do that. Well, I swatched all of them. It took longer than I would have liked. But it's there. There's no bleeding through, almost none. You can see it a little bit, but you know, paper is paper. But yeah, close up. They dried pretty well, and it was pretty easy, I'd say. Yeah. Alright, so I am changing to voiceover right now to show you a sped up version of my drawing process. Here I am, starting to sketch the face. I really wanted to do a face, and I draw it pretty big because the pens we're going to be using do not have like the tiniest tip, and since I'm still a beginner, I didn't want to do a lot of like small little details. I wanted to, you know, keep it big. You see in the footage I am using a little reference paper where I draw some lines on, and it helps me to even out things like the eyes or making the earrings the same size, etc. As someone who rarely draws on paper, little tools like this do help me out a great deal, and I really need it because again, I usually don't draw on paper. Since I am used to drawing digitally, I really wanted to push an undo button while I was drawing or flip the canvas. Especially flip the canvas. It's just ingrained in my head. I can't help it. I can't help it. And I think that is another reason why I have trouble with drawing on paper. Because if there's one thing I often use when drawing, it's like mirroring the canvas. I'm flipping that thing all the time. All the time. And it helps me to see all the mistakes in my sketches or in my line or anything, in my drawing in general. So it's really nice. And I just know if I flipped this drawing, it would look a bit odd. I really think so. I really think so. Nevertheless, it was a very fun drawing. I just did a random design, by the way. Don't really know what I was thinking with the design. I guess I just wanted a cheeky boy. I guess big eyes, so they can easily be drawn. Again, we're not gonna go for small details. We're gonna go for big things. That's why I also did like big bouncy hair, but I did want to have some accessories in the hair because I didn't want to do just hair. I don't know. I'm trying to think of reasons why I did this design, but honestly, I cannot even tell you. I did enjoy the design, but it was digital. Or if I ever end up drawing again, which I won't, but who knows, dream big. I would change the design a bit here and there. Absolutely. A reason why I don't draw on paper is because I enjoy drawing with colors the most. If you look at my work, you see I use a lot of vibrant colors all the time. I love it. It's a great thing to do. And I like my work to be vibrant and fun. And I personally can achieve that with just pencils or paint. Paint, because I do not have the patience for paint. I tried painting a lot of times with my mom. I get so annoyed that I have to create the colors myself and that everything has to dry for a long time. I'm not a fun paint partner. I think I'm not. I'm just complaining all the time because I'm just so impatient. When I start out like a new hobby or something, I want to be good at it right away, or else I'm not having fun, and it's so dumb. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. I want to get better at it, okay? I don't want to give up. I still try to get back to traditional art from time to time. And that often results in me trying out new art material, hoping it will be the thing that makes me like traditional art again. And one thing that ended up on my radar were these acrylic pens. So I was very happy when ARRTX offered me to send me some. And I really wanted to try them out. So I was like, yeah, let's go. And let me tell you, I was really nervous to try them out. I was really nervous because I really liked the sketch. I had a great time with the sketch, more than I thought I would. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I have to like assault it with these pens that I do not have any experience with. The only thing I did was swatch a little, right? And I just wanted to go in right away. Is that really smart? No. But I was also excited. I was nervous, but excited. So I picked my color scheme and I just went to town. I just went. Because it is actual paint in these markers, it's acrylic, they do have a drying time. They do need to dry. And that is something I really had to get used to in the beginning. However, the drying didn't take that long, I have to say. And at one point, I didn't even mind that much anymore. It was like part of the process and I accepted it. Sometimes when I paint with actual paint, the drying time takes so long. And again, I get annoying. I get annoyed and annoying is a combo I'm often. But the dry time of these is actually pretty nice. Because they had to dry, I go from one section to another randomly in the footage. One time I work on the skin, and then the hair, and then the clothes, and I go back to the hair, and then I go back to the clothes, and then some skin here, and it's all over the place. It's all over the place. It's a bit chaotic, but that's also why I enjoyed it a lot, I guess. If I could do the drawing again, I would use a bit different colors, especially the hair. The colors are very vibrant, but I chose darker color for the hair for some reason. The color by itself is very pretty, right? It's very pretty, but there wasn't really a good shade to make the shading for it. So I ended up using a blue, which isn't necessarily darker than the green, and it's also necessarily bad. I thought it looked kind of cool. It gives a nice effect. But yeah, I just think I should have chosen a different hair color. The neat thing about these markers though, in theory, I could change that right now. Right now, I could get my sketchbook out and just paint over the colors. In the footage, you even see me doing that with like the red. I started this drawing with a little accent of red and I changed it to blue. You can very easily layer colors on top of each other, so I could very easily do it. Because the pens are so opaque and the color underneath just does not shine through. And even though that is true, I'm just done with the drawing now. I'm done with the drawing now. It's over. It's over. I don't think the color scheme is ugly. You know, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. I just say it could be better. Next time when I use these pens again, I do really want to use like lighter colors. Or just different colors. But I'm not angry about the color scheme. But I just think it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. Talking about the colors. Like I said in the very beginning of the video, there are 48 colors in this set. I think the range of colors is pretty nice. It of course has its limits, just 48 colors, but it will cause you to use colors you'd normally not use when you have a limited set like this. This set has 2 neon colors, which I find neon colors to be really ugly. So you'd never find me using those two. You'll never find me using those two. But they are there. If you want them, there are 2 neon colors. It's a yellow one and an orange one. The ugliest of neon colors as well. But they're there. They're there. There are also 2 metallic colors. Silver and gold. I love gold. I love gold. If you look at any of my designs, big chance there's a gold accent in there. I put gold on everything. I love it. A little bit of gold here. In a drawing, I first tried it with yellow, but then I realized, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I not using the gold pen? The gold pen. It didn't really have a good shade, like a shading color or a highlight color. So, but it shines so nice. It shines so nice. I love it. The set also comes with several skin colors. They're indicated with the S in their color name. At least that's what I think. There were just a few colors with the S in their name, and they're all like skin colors. So I'm just guessing here. But also some without an S also could go for skin colors. I think you can go very wide with skin colors. So they're in there as well. The set also has a black and a white. Always handy, always nice, and just several nice tones in general. The colors are very opaque, like I said before, the pens, so you can't mix them. I think you can mix them when they're still wet, but I didn't want to try that out because I was afraid I would ruin the pins, the nips, so I didn't want to do that. But I've seen people on the internet also mix it with like a brush and water, but again, I didn't try that because I really wanted to go for vibrant cell shading, which I usually do in my own digital work as well. The pens did scrape my paper a bit, scraped it a bit. I don't know if that's the pens or the paper, or maybe it was my heavy hand or something, but during the swatches it didn't happen. Like those were all very nice, but in the bigger areas, some paper, scraped off. So I don't know what that is about. I don't mind it that much. I think it gives a bit of a charm, but it is the thing that happened with me. Overall, I think these pens are actually really nice. I am pretty excited to use them again, which I'm definitely going to do. Let me know if you want me to record that. If you want to see these hands work again. If you're interested in these markers as well, I'll leave a link in the description of the ARRTX official website and which set I had and stuff like that. So here is the ending. Here is what I made. A boy. And that will be all for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. In the description you can find my social medias if you're interested in that, as well as the other links I talked about earlier. And if you enjoyed your stay here, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you here more often. So yeah, goodbye, have a nice day. Woo.